Hey guys, welcome back. I am here at Cytex in Singapore. Cytex, I don't know what it stands for actually, but anyway, it's very similar to Comex that I covered a couple of months ago. It's basically a computer and an electronics expo in Singapore, and it's at Singapore Expo Hall in Simei, not in Suntec, which is a mistake that I made, which is why I'm here very late. I'm at the end of day one. I made a horrible mistake. I actually thought it was in Suntec, my fault, totally my fault. But this time around, I'm actually not covering the entire event. I'm actually here just to do something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Now, in Singapore, we've had the privilege within a very short period of time to have a lot of these new tech companies start up, tech or tech related. And they've all been doing really well. But what I wanted to do was really focus on some of these companies that I feel really should be given a bit more publicity, talk more about not just what they make or what they offer, but what the company stands for and who are the people behind the company. Alright, but when I wanted to do this series, and I hope it is a series, so I hope I get to do more, but the first company that I really wanted to speak to was APOL. Alright, so they make a lot of really good gaming chairs, and I actually covered it in Comex as well. I was at their booth as well, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. But I really wanted to, not just talk about the chairs, but really talk about the company, talk about the people behind the company. And they've got a really good story. And by the way, they actually, the website that they have, apol.sg, I believe, and they've actually got the story behind the company there as well. So if you want, go to the website, take a look at the story. But I just wanted to do a very quick interview. And I have over here, this is Jason, all right? So Jason is the founder of APOL, okay? So Jason, thank you so much. I know it's the first day of what's going to be a lot of very busy days for you. Actually, before we actually start with the interview, I just wanted to ask, how long in advance do you actually plan this sort of like Comex or Cytex or IT show or whatever?
Basically, we'll plan about 6 months apart. So once we finish one of maybe Cytex, we'll get prepared for maybe another Comex and following up the MBS, the PC show. So we have prepared things that we wanted to plan to put in for maybe more products, more items, new colors for the customers to actually enjoy and also to choose from. So those are our so-called far ahead plans.
So you got basically 3 shows. You got Comex, you got PC show, you got Cytex, and you plan 6 months in advance. So basically you're always planning for something. Right?
Yes, we have to plan because it's always 3 months, and so we have to be fast. Then we have to get ready. Then if let's say we are going to launch a new product, we have to be prepared. So we have to test out first while preparing for the latest show. While doing that is on current both sides. So it's going to be packed.
Yeah, I can imagine. I remember Comex, it was crazy, and basically every show, right? But okay, yeah, so what we're going to do here today, we're going to talk more about the company, not just covering the event or talking about their chairs. And by the way, we will be reviewing one of their chairs, but that's later on, so look out for that. Remember to subscribe if you want to see the review for that. So, and by the way, if you're wondering why I'm talking like this, I actually had a proper mic that I wanted to use, but came all the way here and it just died. It refused to work. Actually, no, it wasn't the mic, it was the extension cable. Every time we do a location shoot, there's always something. Okay, but anyway, so I have a list of questions here that I want to ask Jason, and because I've got the memory of a 90-year-old, I have them right here. Alright, so the first question I have, and like I said, the answer for this technically is already available on the website, but I wanted to know more about, how do you even come to the point where you say that, I want to make gaming chairs and I want to do this for whatever reason, but what is the reason behind this? What gave you the inspiration to really start this up?
Actually, from the start, I didn't point out it's going to be a gaming chair. It wasn't even a chair business. It was the start. Maybe we have to go all the way back during the old times through the video. If they go to our webpage to take a look, it was the inspiration that I have this memories of what my dad did as an entrepreneur, but during those times it doesn't work well. So we actually went downhill to the point that everyone has to go through the porridge time. So that gives me a very strong impression. And after that, I went to Poly, SP, Singapore Poly, where I learned about marketing, engineering and marketing. So with that, it actually helps me to build up more confidence and wanted to actually do something better. It's like a life goal that I wanted to achieve. Then throughout the time while I was working, and I find that I face a lot of issues on my back, and it's getting like more and more painful. So each day. So from there, right, it gives me this idea of, hey, I need to actually find chairs. I need a proper chairs. So I looked into the webpage, and during that time, there wasn't much choice in Singapore for me to choose on, which I find that is a bit sad. And in terms as a consumer, you're quite limited choice. Either the price is actually too high, or the comfort level is not what you want. You don't have your more preferred type. So from there, it gives me this opportunity that I say, hey, come on, how about let's do something beneficial for us, beneficial for everyone. I believe back pain is something that everyone faces. And especially if you like games, alright, games is something that we will spend overnight. It's called like tournament, we'll just spend and camp. So it will last for 6 to 8 hours, even maybe you just go all the way until next day. You just won't want to stop because you're so addicted. So from there, we say that, come on, it really needs a proper chair. A chair that is much more affordable, but yet it has a very good standard of quality, especially industrial standard quality. So that is what we wanted to have the consumer to get it and benefit them. So that's how it started. And from there, I start to actually gather the team, look for investor to actually pop out, voila, APOL.
Yeah, so this is what I meant. It's a really interesting story. I mean, not everyone has such a passion to start a company. It's not just about money making. Oh, I'm looking at a slot. Oh, maybe I can do this. It's really about the things that affected you when you were younger, and using your experiences and your expertise that you learn in Polytechnic to really come up with a good brand and an affordable brand. So I really like that. So okay, the next thing we talk about the brand name. So APOL, that stands for a piece of lifestyle. A piece of lifestyle. Okay. So the question I have next, I'm sure a lot of people will ask the same question. How did you come up with that name? What was the inspiration behind it?
Okay, we wanted this item, this chair, to be a daily lifestyle use, because we know that it has been commercialized. A lot of people just know that this is a gaming chair, but by the end of the day, we find that this chair is so good to the point that it shouldn't be just for gamers. It should be more for everyone, every single one who wants to sit on a chair that is comfortable and like 2 hours or more, because you are going to use the chair for a prolonged period of time. So we want it. Then we find in a way that it should be a lifestyle chair. That's why when we explain to other people, we know that this is a gaming chair, but we just want to name it in a way that I explain to you, this is actually more towards a lifestyle chair. That's why we have this sentence, APOL was formed, a piece of lifestyle. A lifestyle for you.
Okay, so would I be correct to say that even though, like, if looking at the design of the chair, most people, one look at it, we go, oh, that's a gaming chair. But that's not really what you're aiming for. You're aiming for really, it's anyone who prioritizes back support, ergonomic design. That is really what it's for, not just for gaming, correct?
Yes, it's not just for gaming. Of course, it is well recognized as a gaming. We are okay with that. But we really want people to know more. Because the more they know, they'll appreciate the chair that actually they are having. So that's why we are trying to emphasize. So every time customers come to a show, we'll tell them, hey, how is it? Do you have a back pain? Oh, those are things that we actually tell you what are the focus, which in fact we always upgrade. We try to upgrade to the point that it can really maximize and have more and more options towards what the customers actually want, because everyone's back is different and everyone use for the chair is also different.
Yeah.
So it's best to have a wider range that we can actually give it.
Oh, that's cool. So basically, you guys do a consultation every time someone comes to you, right? A bit like a consultation, like chiropractic consultation, something like that.
Oh, there is something that we are trying out, because we met a chiropractor. His name is Dr. Andrew. So we have met with him. We have gone through some of the talks, and we have our chair with him. And he has some feedbacks for us, which is the lumbar support, all this thing, which is good. And there was some helps with his point, together with the customer's feedback. That's how we came out with our Gen 2 lumbar support.
So like the pillow, the pillow at the back, the new pillow and all that, right?
Feedbacks, everything. So with the help of Chiro, Because we don't want the chair just to be so commercialized and advertised just for gaming, because no one will really understand what's the benefits of it. So we have another point to bring in to actually help them to know in the better. As even a layman, they should be even easy to actually identify and find out.
Oh, that's excellent. I actually had no idea about getting a consultant, a chiropractic consultant. That's fantastic. Wow. Oh, okay. Well, since you're on the topic of the chairs, let's talk about the chairs. So, in the Gen 2, you've got the Kraken, and then you've got the Behemoth, right? Now, for me, I mean, I might be wrong about this, but looking at the designs of the chair, looking at the make, in my opinion, the Behemoth looks like it costs more to make in a sense. I don't know if that's true. But not just about it looking more expensive. You've got different materials as well. You've got like the PU leather. You've got this sort of like is this a soft fabric?
No, this is the sweat.
So you got soft, and then you got soft fabric one as well. Yeah. So the thing that I found really interesting was that you offer these two different models. You offer all these different fabrics as a cover, right? But the price remains the same no matter what you choose. Is that right?
Yes.
So why do you? I mean, we know some companies, I think there are quite a few that offer different chairs and they offer different fabrics, but they at a different price. So what was the reasoning behind keeping everything the same? I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm very happy about that. But why did you decide to do that?
I have the price same. Is basically back to my first point, which is when I started the company, right? I was a consumer. As a consumer, when you buy a chair, every time when you want something that has more benefits towards what you want, you pay extra price. And I don't see that as a very good point for people like us. We're trying to actually have a really nice seat, but not really burning our pockets. So over here, I have all my Colossal Series chair in the same price, because what I want the customer is to have this one price, you have options to choose on. Be it currently it's 3 options. It used to be 2. Now there is 3 options because I have a new one coming out, which is here now.
Okay.
Yes. So with that, right, we hope that in the future we will have more and more options for the consumers to choose, because everyone is sitting posture that is different, their size is different. We want them to actually choose the right chair with just the same price. That's the point.
I really admire that. And I think now you guys know why I wanted to interview APOL and really as my very first episode. But yeah, that I really admire that. I think that's fantastic. Okay, so a little slightly off topic, not so much about the company, but more of your opinion now. Now, in terms of designing a chair, not just on an aesthetic point of view, but on an engineering and ergonomic side of it, how would you rate in terms of percentage, like design, ergonomic support? I remember I had a few, and obviously I forgot. So let me. What was it? Yeah. So in terms of comfort, ergonomic structure, and design, how would you rate them in terms of percentage?
The whole thing into 100%, or is that split?
Also 100%.
I should say in terms of ergonomics and comfort, right, it will definitely be the 40%. The rest of the 20% will be more on the design, because by the end of the day, what we focus is the comfort and the ergonomic, that what we want.
Okay, well, looking at that, if they only put 20% effort in making chairs look this good, I don't know what does that mean for how much effort you guys put in the comfort and the ergonomic structure. That's pretty cool. Okay, so one last question before we round it up. Now we all know that APOL right now, I believe it's only available in Singapore. There isn't a way to get it overseas unless you actually come here by and bring it back. I don't know if anybody's done that. But do you guys have any plans in the future for? I mean, I have some viewers who are overseas as well. I'm sure they would like to know, do you guys have any plans in the future to maybe have it available overseas?
We are still planning, because as what we just talked through, we have a lot of shows preparing concurrently. But we do have customers from overseas came to us and asked us, can you have your chair in overseas, especially around the Asia, because it somehow fits very well to the Asia style. So we are thinking about that when we are talking to some of the interested parties. So hopefully maybe next year or a year after that, we may have an outcome. Yeah, we are planning on that.
So you heard it here first, huh? You heard it here first. There are plans, hopefully, fingers crossed, everything crossed, that, this might be available outside of Singapore, at least maybe in the APAC region, who knows, yeah. I mean, I haven't had the chance to fully review these chairs, but I mean, on like not just me, my wife who's holding my other camera right now, we've had a chance to sit down for a few minutes, and we've been impressed during Comex. I mean, but to really put the chair to the test, we will bring it back and keep it like for a week and really play games on it, and not just games. Like what Jason has been saying, it's really about when you sit down and when you do anything productive, whether it's gaming or work or whatever, it's really important to protect your back, make sure that you're comfortable so you don't get aches and pains. I get all the time, and I used to get when I would play Dota like 6-7 hours straight, and then after a while I don't feel it until I stand up, and then I'm like, oh my god, my back, yeah, you know. So yeah, so these are the kind of things I'm going to put the chair through. Thank you guys so much for watching. So hopefully this becomes a series where we can speak to a few more people. But anyway, that about wraps up this episode. Thank you again, Jason. All right. So, by the way, if you want to come down to SciTech, this is just the first day. SciTech is all the way until this Sunday, I believe. Right. So, if you have the time, come on down. It's not as centralized as SunTech, but this place is huge. So there are so many things, not just APOL. But if you do come down, come and check out their booth. Speak to Jason. Say hi. Tremendous guy. Really, really nice. All right. So that about wraps it up. I'm JP. This is Jason. We'll see you guys real soon.